Hi guys and welcome to another video. So today we've got a couple of different things to discuss. Things are probably going to change by the time this video is actually gone out because where I am at the minute my internet is really shit, so I keep making videos and then 24 hours later shit's changed and it's taken ages to get videos together. But anyway, a couple of things have happened since I've last really sat down and spoke about the lads. Josh Maja has left the club first of all, and I thought I'd just give my thoughts and opinions on that. Of course, you know, all we can really do, we can thank him for what he's done. He's been fantastic given his age and what have you, and he's worked his arse off whilst he's been here, and he's got us a shit ton of very important goals. I dread to think where we'd be without him, because otherwise we'd be left with the likes of Sinclair and White, who granted hasn't been fantastic since returning from injury anyway. So, you know, we can thank him for that. I wish him all the best, but do I think it's a good move that he's gone to Bordeaux in France? No, I do not. I think it's an absolutely shocking move for him, to be honest with you. Obviously, it's been well publicised. His agent has had a hell of a lot to do with it. Apparently, he's told Jack Ross that he does want to stay, and you know, within 24 hours, it's on Sky or Sky Sports have contacted Stuart Donald and said, you know, he's going to refuse the contract and this, that, and the other. And to me, it just shows the power that agents have nowadays, and it's a shame. It's absolutely ridiculous that his head's been turned, and you know, if it's purely about the money, it's purely about the money. And then that's it. And at the end of the day, Josh, regardless of how young people say he is an adult, and he does have a mind of his own. And if he really wanted to stay, then he would have stayed. So, you know, all the best to him. But I genuinely think he's going to be warming the bench in France, and it's not going to be a fantastic kickstart or another boost to his career like he seems to think it is. Of course, I hope it does go well for him, but I just can't see it myself. I think this move to Bordeaux has been dressed up and romanticised for him, and he thinks he's going to go into the big lights, and he's not. He's going to a mid-table club in France, and yes, we're in League One, but he's going to get game time with us. He could have progressed with us, even if he just stayed till the end of the season, bagged another 10 goals, and then he would have got an even bigger move. But instead, he's going to a team that aren't really doing much in France, so I find it a really odd one. But at the end of the day, we have to move on. And we have just made a signing as I am recording this, and that is Grant Leadbitter. Now, firstly, when we were first linked to Leadbitter, I thought to myself, oh shit, what's all this about? And it weren't so much because I don't like the guy, because of course I do. I think he was a fantastic player when he did play for us. But I just don't think, and still don't to an extent, think that he's the type of player that we need. And I thought, again, it's just something else that had been sort of romanticised. It's his return, and yeah, of course it's nice, and you've got the nostalgic factor, and it's quite easy to win the fans over with things like that. But I just don't think it's what we need necessarily. We definitely need a striker or two, maybe even another defender, and an attacking midfielder in some way, shape or form, a creative midfielder. I think we definitely need. But I think now that it has been confirmed, and I've watched his interview, I can definitely see why. It will be appealing for us to sign him. He obviously he loves Sunderland, he loves the club, and to take anyone who's, you know, I think he's taken quite a big pay cut to come to us. And it's not like, you know, I think he's 31 now. Yeah, you might say he's lost his legs a little bit. He more than likely has, but he has talent there, and I think particularly in League One, I think he'll be one of the best centre mids in the league, quite easily. But it just depends how much game time he does get. And I think someone who he'll run through brick walls for the club, and I'll take 11 of those players. Do you know what I mean? So the more I think about it, the more I am accepting that, you know, it's probably a very clever signing. And if he is willing to take this massive wage cut that it has been reported, you know, you can only take your hat off to him. I mean, I won't because my hair's shit, but you know, hats off to him for doing that. And I do, all in all, think that is a very solid signing. There has been another couple of rumours as to who we're going for. Of course, the Will Grigg thing's been going on for a while now. It's been reported that we've had, I think, 3 or 4 bids rejected. And I think we just need to frigging pay up for him, because we desperately need a striker now with only a few days left of this window. We've got such a tiny margin of time to get a striker in who's going to bang us in goals. And they're like gold dust nowadays. And someone like Will Grigg in this league, it would be an absolutely fantastic signing. We couldn't really sign anyone too much better. I know we have been linked with the likes of, you know, Kiefer Moore. He'd be excellent, but I just can't see Barnsley letting him go. We've got Tom Eaves is apparently an option if things don't go to plan. with Will Grigg. If we got them both, that'd be class, because I think Tom Eaves would be excellent, particularly in this league. He's been banging the goals in all season for Gillingham, and without Tom Eaves, I dread to think, and I'm sure Gillingham fans would agree with me, I dread to think where they would be in the league, because he's been banging them in. So yeah, so that's kind of it as of right now. So as for Maja, you know, I think he's just a prime example of having his head turned by his agent. I think it's the wrong move for his career. Leadbitter, at first, of course, I was a bit sceptical, but now I can see, you know, and I hope to God he does well for us, because I do really like Leadbitter. I loved him the first time round when he was with us. And in terms of getting a striker, I just hope to God we do get someone like Will Grigg in, or Tom Eaves, because we desperately need a goal scorer, and quickly. So that is pretty much everything that's going on as of right now, guys. If you have enjoyed the video, please hit the like button for me. It'd be massively appreciated. And subscribe to the channel if you're not already, to become a fully fledged member of the Sarny Army. But for now, you take care and stay jamming.